album could definitely fit into what we're going to be talking about, the albums we're going to be talking about today. Welcome, vinyl community. Welcome, YouTube, to Cosmic Vinyl. I am your strange and very weird cosmic host, Cosmic Brian. Yeah, let's hear it. Crickets? Jesus. Hey, welcome aboard, cosmonauts. This is going to be a fun weekend video, man. Oh, and in case you didn't notice, I didn't quite get the beard all the way off. Anyway, this is going to be 10 albums from the Cosmic Collections that would fit into the weirdo rock category. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, vinyl community, well, isn't everything Cosmic Brian shows just a little weird anyway? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I do show a lot of psychedelic stuff, and that is weird, and there's some weird garage rock, and some weird bubblegum rock, and new wave, and even power pop weirdness, but this, to fit into this video, you had to have, the bands had to have a certain quirk factor, quirkiness. Here's some of the things that didn't hurt, is if they wore costumes on stage, if they sang about sci-fi or some other strange topics are covered in their lyrical content, album covers, weird songs, definitely would get you in. I mean, portion control definitely with the album cover and the lyrical content. Check out some of those song titles there. This is a fantastic album, by the way. Oh, speaking of Weirdo, look who decided to stop by! Oh, yes! Flazzy is back! Hey, Flazzy, what are you doing here, buddy? Huh? Oh, yes, Flazzy! I missed you, my fleshy little friend! Ah, yes, Flazzy, yay! It's Flazzy, it's Flazzy, it's fun for a girl and a boy. Smells like somebody had fun with it. All right, hey, you guys want to move on before we show the vinyl? Let's move on to a little big chug action. Here we go. Whoa, God's your ass. Here we go. This is to all you weirdos out there that like weird music. Now, this one's for you people who live outside the box. Let's do this.
Oh, yes, my good friend, of course.
Whoa. Holy cow, it almost killed it. All right, let's get into this. Now, one thing I didn't mention is that I'm showing albums and bands from all, like, time eras of music. We're going from time dimension to time dimension. So this one we're going back to the 60s for. This is like 68, 69. This is Red Crayola, and I'm pretty sure just by looking at that cover you can tell this is gonna be a weirdo. This is Red Crayola, Parable of Arable Land. Great friggin' Texas like psychedelic rock right here. But down in Texas, and having lived in Texas, I know that they like their music just a little bit on the strange side, man. Especially their psychedelic stuff and their punk stuff. And Red Crayola is definitely no different, man. This is released on the International Artist label. Came out with other Texas bands like 13th Floor Elevators, Power Plant, Bubble Puppy. There's a couple other ones too that come to mind, but yeah, just really twisted, weird psychedelia here, almost like proto industrial music here, and I'll explain why. So lots of free form freakouts on this, man. So what you've got is this like psychedelic avant-garde noise rock, and then in between the songs you've got what are called these freeform freakouts, where this group, the Familiar Ugly, they get up there and they use all kinds of things as instruments. Like they use power tools and, rev up a motorcycle, anything that can augment the music, the trippy, weird music on the album. They definitely use it. Definitely cool, man. I love that. I love that like DIY kind of vibe there. Like I said, Texas, man, they do their shit weird down there, man. And it's funny because this band didn't even want to conform to like the psychedelic stuff that was coming out at the time. In fact, they hated this stuff before, and that's what gives them their punk rock attitude kind of thing. I know it's a 60s psych band we're talking about here, but they hated what came before, and they wanted to step outside the box and do something different. And boy, did they. Check out Red Crayola, Parable of Arable Land. Fantastic if you like kind of an avant-garde weirdness. Now, this next band is a band that I've talked about quite a bit, actually. Shared a few stories of my relationship with this band. And this is the Flaming Lips. I believe this is their second LP, released in 1987. This is called Oh My God, It's the Flaming Lips. And again, with the cover, the cover right there should get it in to the Weirdo Rock archive. Check that out, man, the full effect. That thing coming from between that guy's legs used to be his penis. I don't know if it used to, I used to have a t-shirt of that. I don't know what happened to it, damn it. But what a weird cover, right? These guys are friggin' great, hailing from Oklahoma. And this is their good stuff, man, the early stuff. Their pre-Golden era, like Do You Realize, before Do You Realize came out, they were like this noise rock, kind of punky, quirky band. If you really want an in-depth history and a very personal history, check out the documentary Fearless Freaks. It talks about the Flaming Lips, and it is one of the greatest rock and roll documentaries I've ever seen. Lots of home movie footage and lots of weird. I mean, the history goes deep with this band, man. And they've been groundbreaking in so many ways. Influenced by a lot of like bands like Zeppelin, The Who. They worship The Who, but they also wanted to do a Pink Floyd. They were very experimental. And that's one of the things I loved about the Flaming Lips, man. Went to see them, they've got kind of a following like the Dead. They got people that follow them to all their shows. And I just happened to be one of those people a few years back. I drove 500 miles from Fort Dodge, Iowa to Tulsa, Oklahoma to see the Flaming Lips in concert, man. And it was like a religious experience, man. It was an attack on all of your senses. It was very audience interactive. They put on an incredible show. And I gotta tell you, that's why they're one of my favorite bands. They're just true to their craft. And they definitely are a weird band. Now, this next one is the Zarkons, and I kind of debated this, but then once I got a good look at the cover and then seen the picture of the band on the back and listened to a little bit of their music to kind of refresh my memory, I'm like, oh yeah, the Zarkons are in, man. This one's called Riders in the Black Parade. And this is like really more 80s, like dark alt rock. Lots of songs about isolationism and other lives beyond this life, and just a lot of weird tunes. But the one song that got it in for me is their quirky ass cover of White Rabbit, Jefferson Airplane's White Rabbit. And there's shared vocals on this. Male, female, and the female vocalist, Diane Chai, She has a great voice, man. Kind of reminds me of Susie Q from Susie and the Banshees. And this kind of has that dark vibe like that. One of the band members actually did the cover art there and did the production and the whole designing of this album cover. Yeah, this is crazy. It's released on the Timecast Communication record label, which is maybe a made-up label, I don't know. Released in '84. I think if these guys would have had like somebody to help guide them and develop their sound, they could have probably been bigger. But other than this, I don't know a whole lot more that came out from this band. I was so happy I picked this up though. Like about 5 years ago I picked that up. Zarkons. Now this next album and group was a shoo-in. I mean, there's no question these guys are pioneers of this weirdo rock thing that we're doing today, and that's Devo. Are we not men? We are Devo, D-E-Evo. I love this, man. Friggin' love Devo. Always have since I was in grade school, man. I love this. Just killer, like, synth rock, weirdo rock, very experimental. Listen to me trying to tell you what Devo is. Everybody knows about Devo. But just a fantastic group. Their roots go clear back to Kent State U in the 70s, which is crazy to think, man. And I'm saddened to know that they're on their, what is perhaps their final tour. God, that bums me out. I love this band so much. Probably not as much as Mike Pilmer, but I do love this band. And I mean, when you've got songs on your album like Mongoloid, he's a Mongoloid, he's a Mongoloid, da, 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 da. Love it. And Gut Feeling, another great track. There's the inner sleeve there. God, look at the costumes, they've got that, and they always changed it up. I think that was the UK cover right there of the album. But yeah, great stuff, man. I mean, they incorporated their manifesto, you know, their credo, and they had an agenda, and I mean, they really meant something to a lot of people who felt isolated, like myself, and people were lonely and just didn't fit in with the in crowd. Devo were there for us, man, and for me, all that, when I listen to the Devo stuff, all that memories come rushing back of, triumphing over being bullied or being shunned or just not feeling like you fit in anywhere. Devo was that to a lot of people, man. They helped us out. Long live Devo, man. Friggin' love that band. All right, let's go back in time a little bit, man. Again, going back to like between the 66 and 68. This is Night Shadow, the square root of 2. God, this is a weirdo record for its time, man. This is far out. I mean, like I said, psychedelic stuff is far out, and this is definitely psych, garage rock. But check out the band. I mean, this guy right here, I would say probably not many people were sporting that hairdo back then. And this guy right here, the singer, that's Little Phil. He was probably about 16 years old when they did this album. And there's like this weird prologue on here. It says, skip the prologue if not stoned. If not stoned, skip the prologue. So that tells you right there, man. The prologue is weird. There's all these there's bookend songs. There's the prologue and then the last song. And they use all these like weird dickery that they dickery? Weird studio dickery? Oh my God. I don't know if that's a word, but they dicked around in the studio using sped up vocals, backtracking the tape, and lots of weird synth stuff. There's a lot of weird stuff added into the garage and the psych on this one. kind of a proto-punk vibe too to this. Lots of distortion and friggin' wah-wah. Sometimes some of the songs are a bit disorienting, which that's a plus for me, man. I love being disoriented. Whoa. What? Where am I, Vinyl Community? Jesus. It's got a definite goofy factor to it. So yeah, I love this, man. Night Shadow, the square root of 2. All right, next band is the Vulcan Ears, man. This is great. There you go. You've got the costumes there for sure. This band is like Star Trek themed. They do like surf punk. And the name of the album is called Beat Me Off, Scotty. Jesus, I love it. Great stuff, man. Their live shows were like these drunken debacles. The band would get as drunk as they could, get up on stage, play half-assed good surf music. They welcomed hecklers at their show. Funny thing about this album, I posted it on a video before, and I posted it on Instagram, and the singer, one of the band members reached out to me in the comment section, also messaged me on Instagram about the band, and answered a few questions and stuff. It was fantastic, man. Great band, though. Star Trek themed. You've got like songs like Vulcan Horror, Spock's Brain, all stuff that has to do with like the show Star Trek. And there's lots of like Star Trek sample clips between the songs and stuff. All right, this next album is one that I've shown before, and I've always championed this album. This is Timmys Organism, Eating Colors. In fact, I even showed this not too long ago, actually. This was released in 2017, I believe. And yeah, these guys are weird. Out of Detroit Rock City, man. Timothy Vulgar leads this band, and he's great, man. He's like this twisted genius, idiot savant. And he loves eyeballs, man. He loves to draw eyeball art. Kind of like that right there, man. That eyeball that you see in the background. There's lots of stuff like that he's into. But yeah, here's a picture of the band right there. It's Timmy right there. And there's his organisms next to him. But yeah, I've got some stuff in the mail coming, some of his other stuff, man. I've been really into it lately. You got songs about werewolves, aliens, drugs, mental illness. How can you go wrong, man? Now, this next album is another great one, kind of Devo-esque. This is Servitron, No Room for Humans. Killer record, man, if you like Devo and bands like that, Man or Astro Man. Love how they set up the tracks on the back there. But yeah, this is an album, the theme is that they're all robots, and that robots have taken over the world. It's robot domination of humans. Humans are enslaved, and if you don't obey, then you end up in the fire pile there. I shouldn't laugh about this, man. Artificial intelligence is like way beyond we could possibly imagine right now. We don't know if this is far from maybe being our future right here. I hope not, but yeah. Servitron, who are connected to this band as well, Supernova, who's also connected to Man or Astro Man. This little 7-inch here was released on Sympathy for the record industry. Good. I don't have many 7-inches. I got a few goodies. Now this next band is my favorite band of the bunch. Actually, this is one of my top 5 albums in my collection. Yeah, that's a strong statement, but I love this album so much. This is Punishment of Luxury, Punilux, Laughing Academy. This is released in 1979 on United Artists, and this is just like this brilliant, strange, unique, quirky, post-punk, for lack of a better thing to call it. Not really punk, but not really new wave. But God, I love this, man, and this is definitely Weirdo. Look at the brainiacs there. But yeah, You got quirky songs, weird lyrical content about serial killers, stalking, songs about isolationism, alienation, songs about the struggling economic classes. You got it all here, man. This is just one weird record. Great musicians, though, and very talented, man. And if you do pick this up, man, definitely read the lyrics as it goes along, because, man, it really, like, you get the kind of the idea just how the thought process of this band and just how wild and talented they are, man. Like I said, one of the best albums in my collection, man. All right, the final album here, and I'm going to kind of cheat because I'm going to show two, but this is Para Ubu, Data Panic in the Year Zero. It's an EP, contains the song 30 Seconds Over Tokyo, but I actually chose this, which is a compilation of their, basically covers their Para Ubu's career. This one's called Terminal Tower, an archival collection of Para Ubu. That's pretty high praise coming from Rolling Stone there. But yeah, this is definitely fits into the weird factor. David Thomas's vocal delivery is almost like a spoken word. Yeah, I dig it, man. 30 Seconds Over Tokyo. The first time I picked this up on a total blind buy about 5 years ago. And as soon as I heard 30 Seconds Over Tokyo, I was sold, man. Turns out it's a very historical song about these guys, these Air Force pilots on a suicide mission to drop bombs on Japan. Didn't have enough fuel to make it back, so they basically had to bail out in enemy territory. Crazy song. And this just, if you listen to this, man, this just gets weirder with each track. Side 2 picks up the pace. Little dark undercurrents on this one, man. Yeah, just crazy stuff, man. They definitely went through some changes and had some band member changes, but great. And there's a lot of people out there who know way more about this band than I do, but this definitely fits into the weirdo rock category. But yeah, here, speaking of weirdo rock, check out the channel Johnny Sick. I think he's commented on my videos before, but he doesn't like do this like talk, stuff, but he does play some great albums on his channel, man. In fact, that Timmys Organism, I don't know if that one or maybe another one is on there, but yeah, if you want to get a resource to use to find some great weird records kind of outside the usual stuff, man, check out Johnny Sick's channel. Also, speaking of weird spins, check out that channel with Dacian. Great stuff. He shows a lot of unique record albums, lots of weird picture discs and stuff. It's called Weird Spins. Check it out. I'll put a link to both those channels. But I'm going to see you guys out of here, man. Have a great weekend. We'll catch you on the next video. Hey, man, if you dig what you see, man, join the crowd. Join the the outside crowd, by subscribing to the channel, man. And don't miss anything we put out, because it gets weirder and weirder. So hit the notification bell as well. And give us a thumbs up, god damn it. Don't make me come through that screen and freak out on you. Here we go. See you guys later, man. Hey, Vinyl Community, you look weird.